Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Closher back again, bringing you another tutorial on how to get games from the Atari generation all the way up to DS Lite generation for completely free of charge. Completely free of charge. No need to pay for them whatsoever. For those outdated games that aren't in the stores anymore, you can go ahead and just get them online for free. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open our web browser and go to this website in the description, coolrom.com, or type it in the search bar yourself. Here you can find tutorials and forums for questions you might have of your emulators or anything that I haven't really explained much of. Or you can ask me in the comment section below and I'll help you out as best as I can. So what we're going to do in this tutorial is I'm going to tell you the best emulators which I use that I prefer for the games that I play. And the website will tell you themselves, but I'll give my opinion on them too. So what we're going to do is we're going to check out all the emulators they have. They have arcade emulators for those games way back. They have Atari, and they have like all the way to Sega, the PlayStation 2, PlayStation, Xbox, Super Nintendo, PSP, Game Boy Color, emulators like that. So let's just go to Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color both use the same exact emulator, because Game Boy Advance could play Game Boy Color back in the day, as most of you probably already know. So we're going to click on Game Boy Advance. And as you can see, Visual Boy Advance is 5 stars at the top. It's also 5 stars at the top for Game Boy Color, and this is the emulator that I use. As you can see down here, Visual Boy Advance emulator on my taskbar. So, and also for the DS Lite, I use Desumi underscore 0.9. Desmumi 0.9, my bad. And yeah, that's the emulator I use. I use the top top ranked on their website, because it's kind of common sense to do that, unless you have like a Windows XP computer or something that can't run a certain like Visual Boy Advance. I'm pretty sure can, but say you have like Windows 7 or something, some kind of weird thing, or a Mac or Linux, you should be able to follow my tutorial with a Mac or a Linux, because it's kind of the same steps. So, and then we're going to go into because I already have Desmumi and Visual Boy Advance, I'm actually going to go into Game Boy Color to get a game, because I figured to do this because I was going to get a game anyways. We're going to go down here and look for it, or you can do it in the search bar, but I'm pretty sure it's in the top 50 because it's extremely, popular. So, Pokemon Yellow was the first game I ever played on Pokemon, and I might record it if you guys want me to, but the game I really wanted was Pokemon Crystal. So, let's click on this, and we're going to scroll down to download now. Click on download now, and as you can see, it's a very, very small file. And a lot of the time, something will pop up right in the middle of your screen right here, but I think that'll happen after. So, we're going to show where it is in the folder. And as you can see, it's right here. It's a compressed file, so you do need WinRAR, 7-zip, or Unpacker to do this. I'm actually going to go unpack the files right now. So I will do that. I'll pause the recording, because every time I've tried to unpack my files, the recording has completely stopped and cut, and it made me a little bit frustrated. So this is my third or fourth take doing this, so I'll be back after I've decompressed the files. Alright guys, I have compressed the files for Pokemon Crystal. We're going to go into the folder that is held with it. So we're going to type in Pokemon Crystal. Hopefully it'll pop up. Or I can just type in Pokemon. Most likely. Come on, don't do this to me. It's done this a few times before, which made me do a couple takes. If it does it again, I'm probably just going to wait until pause until it pops up. Alright, yep, there it is. Pokemon Crystal.zip in the folder. It might say .zip, but that doesn't still mean it's in a zip. So we're gonna open this, and as you can see inside it, it says Pokemon Crystal GBC, which means this is the file you use in the emulator. I'm gonna give you some tips to open this in the emulator easily too when we get the emulator. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the emulators now. And we're going to go to, obviously, I'm going to Game Boy Color. Okay, so I already have Visual Boy Advance, so, and I guess I'll just re-download it, because I just want to show you guys that it's 100% safe. So we're gonna click on that right now, and we're gonna go down to, well, I guess you don't need to, but I mean you do need to, but you don't need to scroll. It says download now right here. And also guys, this tutorial works if you have a Windows phone, if you have an Android phone, or you have an Apple phone. Type in Game Boy emulator in the store and you should pop up with an emulator on all of those phones. Android phone has an emulator called My Boy. I have an Android. If you have those Windows or Apple phones, just type in emulator or something and it should pop up. My Boy, you do have to pay for it, but there is a free version that works just as well, I think. So I have the paid version, but anyways, let's show what's in the folder in the Visual Boy Advance. Alright, so it does open. Good. Okay, so Visual Boy Advance Beta 3, parentheses 1. You won't see the parentheses 1 is because I've already downloaded this before. So, I'm going to unpack these files and I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back now and I have extracted those. So, let's just type in visual on top of this thing. And as you can see, right here, it says Visual Boy Advance. I already have this, so I don't need to drag this anywhere, but it's right here, good as can be. And what I'm going to do is show you guys how to easily open things, because sometimes you go through a lot of folders and folders to find the game that you want to play. So open your emulator, which is something I just did, and it might take a second because my computer has been slow lately, which I have to fix. Okay, alright, it's open now. And then go to File, find where your thing is located. So the thing I want is Pokemon Crystal, obviously. Alright, for some reason this is not responding whatsoever, so I'm going to cut this recording and I'll be back. Alright, I'm back now. We're going to raise this. Alright, so open your file and open to something. Alright, so I have my emerald in here, my corrupted emerald. What you want to do is just drag your whatever game you get into this thing right here, right into the folder of your emulator, and then once it gets dragged in, which it should shortly, please. It's not allowing me to freaking do my tutorial. Doesn't want me to, I don't think. I'll be back until it finally gets dragged in. Alright, it finally got dragged in after it found what I wanted to drag. And then you gotta double click the thing, and it will start working eventually. There we go. I'm gonna just make this full screen. I've never played Pokemon Crystal before, guys. So, I've played, I mean not Crystal, yeah, Crystal. I've played Silver, Yellow, well, all the basic colors. Gold, Silver, and then all the way up to 3rd gen after that. So, as you can see, guys, it works. 100% works. And yeah, here we are. And Pokemon Crystal version. Spacebar is your speed up. And as you can see, it works 100% fine, perfectly fine. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you found this helpful in any way for you, you know, getting any game you want for free, or just helping you with emulator problems, leave a like. And subscribe for more tutorials. Share this with your friends if you found this, you know, helpful and cool. Share it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Share it with your friends somehow. And I hope you found this helpful, because obviously it's a tutorial, and you know. Thanks for watching. Peace.